Good, welcome back YouTube. How are you doing? Chandler's here. We are going in now with the Shikishima how to play guide. I've just finished the Yamato how to play guide. In theory, both ships play exactly the same. There's only minor differences. Not in playstyle, but when it comes to the ships. However, I know there's going to be people looking exactly up how to play Shikishima and how to play Yamato. So I'm still going to do two videos, despite that you can apply the Yamato guide to this ship and this guide to the Yamato. Now, what's the difference when it comes to the Yamato over the Shikishima? The Shikishima has better secondaries, it has better AA. It has better turret traverse, but it has also some downsides. It has less guns, which have also faster reload to compensate for it again. And a bit higher pen and bigger caliber. Now, effectively, the ship is a side grade. It's not much better or much worse than the Yamato. So either of them works exactly the same. The better secondaries are not really worth mentioning because you don't spec the ship into secondaries. And while the AA is better due to the Aki dual purpose guns, it's still not really that noticeable because Yamato and Shikishima are still on the lower end when it comes to AA DPM in comparison, for example, to a Montana. The ship plays exactly the same as Yamato. You play on longer to medium ranges. You do have again 6 guns, which means you have overall a less alpha volley in the air. However, these guns reload quite a bit quicker and you're having a reload of 23.8 seconds, which is pretty good with reload mod. Now, the build is also exactly the same. You go for a full tank build. You don't build anything into secondaries or whatsoever. And just like with other Japanese battleships, your main dispersion buffs comes to medium to long range, so you don't really want to brawl with this ship. You do have 510mm guns, which have an overmatch of 35. I just said it already in a different game on the stream that it doesn't really help you, besides for Riga. I think Riga is the only ship that I'm aware of that has 35 somewhere, so there the overmatch helps. Other than that, I don't really know which ships we would have right now where 35 would help. Gameplay again, the same as with Yamato. You play it a bit more safe at the beginning, you go for the pocket shots. You do get quite some nice damage up very fast with the ship. Especially if people broadside. And right now, the GK player is doing a blessing for me by just broadsiding in front of me. The shells are also, if I'm not sure about it though, I think the shells also lose less, bleed less speed. So they tend to be a bit faster than the Yamato shells. They also hit like a truck, and again, the dispersion is fairly good on the long range combat. On short range, you will feel a difference to Yamato in the shell volume. And I would even go so far in short range, Yamato is better because you can compensate with more shells, while this ship tends to go all over the field. Like you will see, it feels like a shotgun at close range. Good, we're gonna utilize this island against the seal and Gdansk now. And we're gonna also use our first seal. Weakness when it comes to armor layout is exactly the same as Yamato. You do have the famous cheeks, so keep that in mind. Our submarine spotted the enemy submarine. It's a seal, which means it's very, very slow. Also, the fella is doing a massive mistake while staying on 8 meters, so we can shoot him with the main gun soon. Got a hit here, nice. Got another hit here. And now we're gonna go for our main gun. Okay, he's dead, never mind. We don't even need to go for the main guns, plus he would have been too deep anyway. With that being said, enemy submarine is gone. We're gonna keep ourselves on a little kite here. We probably can only use our back gun here. Oh, Libertad gets a shot. Gotta watch out here. Now against the Libertad, we want to play it on range. You don't really want to go too close unless your team is pushing. And against the Libertad, especially you don't want to go close because he would farm you down with the secondaries. Our team already got 2 damage buffs and a reload buff, which is very, very nice. As you can see, the turret traverse is pretty bad on this ship, so it's not even worth to switch to Gdansk here. And now we're just gonna go for the Libertad here. I don't expect citadels, but I do expect some full pens. There we go. And that's already 15k damage. Like, don't get me wrong, these guns hit like a truck. If you get a full pen without damage buffs of arms race, it's like 6.4k damage or something. And if you get a citadel, it's 19k damage. You're literally shooting torpedoes with this thing. And as you can see, the guns are really consistent when it comes to longer ranges. This should also be a fairly decent volley. No. 4 hits, 2 did damage, 10k damage. It's kind of crazy how strong these, how much stronger these guns are even getting in an arms race game. Also, thanks to the 1 reload buff, we're already sitting in air. We're sitting at 20 seconds reload. So we can just keep blasting this Liptard now. And in the first 6 minutes, we already reached 100k damage, which is fairly nice. No need to overcommit. Our team is playing it rather safe as well, so there's no need to commit nose in into them. The enemy team is giving us a lot of map. And since Libertad is very easy to hit on these ranges, we're just gonna use our additional dispersion buff here and just keep firing. And even if I just do like these 10k volleys every time, he's not gonna survive it too long. They do have a double heal buff, but that's not really gonna save him against this alpha. I could shoot here, potentially on somebody else, but your goal is to always finish off the low HP targets here. And of course he goes dark right now. He learned. Guys, he actually learned. He went dark. Crazy. Ah, never mind, he shot again. If I would be that Liptard, I would stop shooting, actually. And heal up a bit, but hey, who am I to judge? Good, another hit. Gonna switch over to the Napoli. Nice work. Did he turn up? He turned up. This should not really hit him. Nope. Okay. We can slowly think about turning nose in and push a bit up, because they're really trying to leave the map here. But again, you always want to keep your way out, because if that Libertad, for example, heals up and comes towards us again, it might be a bit problematic. Good. Seeing how we're going here. Yodo's pretty low. Can we finish him off? Oh, he's coming in again. Let's go. Also, just like with Yamato, you don't really want to use AP at all. Sorry, you don't want to use HE at all. HE. So if you have a specific captain for these ships, you don't need expert loader theoretically. The only reason really you switch is when there's only these left. Meanwhile, with other BBs, you tend to shoot sometimes HE if they're angled or something to get some fires on the superstructure. But here, since you have the overmatch, you just keep loading the AP pretty much. Now we're gonna aim on the nose. Again, we have the overmatch on the nose. You aim a bit lower here. And we shoot. Is that too... No, that looks really good. There we go. There's the overmatch. And he's also dead. GG. Depending how the team plays it now, we have already probably won the game here. Let's go. Ragnar died. Yeah, this game is over. We're gonna get the cap. One thing here, since it's an arms race game, if you get the cap in arms race, it's pretty much over. If you have nobody nearby to block it, it's so over, because in arms race, you always need to pay attention that the enemy team is not getting the cap. You always have to have somebody who's blocking the cap. It's very important, because once some team has the arms race and you have nobody close, you will lose so hard, because the point split is crazy. And what a lot of people tend to forget in arms race is the cap gets smaller. So for example, that Yamato tries desperately to come into the cap, but look, the cap is slowly but steadily running away from him as well. So keep that in mind on arms race as well, exclusively here. Don't let the enemy team get the cap. Let's say there would be 2 people left and we are still 10, but we're not close to the objective. It would be instantly a loss, because look at this points bleed. This is why I don't want to give away the arms race cap. It's just a loss. Now the enemy Yamato really tries it, but we're gonna focus him down with our team. So there's no chance that they actually block it now. The only one who understands, by the way, what he has to do in the enemy team right now. And the only one who was remotely close to the objective. Oh, he blocked it. Ragnar is also there. Okay. But he is spotted, the Ragnar, so it's over. GG. Now this was fairly one-sided. So we're gonna go into the next one. Hopefully a normal one. Would be cool if it's not an arms race game, but I wouldn't mind as well. Let's see where we end up. We're ending up in the middle of the team. Yeah, I mean, we were pretty passive and the flank was won pretty fast. But let's go right into the next one. Again, I do like, personally for myself, I like Shiki a bit more, because it's a bit more interactive. You shoot faster, you know? You have that faster reload, so it's a bit more interactive than Yamato in that department. But again, playstyle, both are exactly the same. Not really a big difference. Good. Looks like we're getting a standard battle now. Means it's gonna be a fairly long one, and it's a cool map. We are on Shatter. We're spawning on the flank. There is only 2 BBs. Okay, so we actually have to stay on the flank perfectly. Ideally, you want to have a BB here and here, or here and here for crossfires. You don't want to have, like, for example, if it's 5 BBs, 3 on this square here and 2 here. You want to split a bit up so you have crossfires. But we're going in now. It's gonna be a fairly hard match because there's a ton of DD players actually. But also a few cruisers, and we do love cruisers in our Shikishima. So let's go in. We have a Tromp, Drake, and a Z46 with us. That's good. Now what you can do here is, usually people will always expect the battleship here. Like going up here and then having a fight. What you can do is here, which I tend to do sometimes because we get a nice cross shot, is I go with the BB on this position because the people tend to straight line to this area. Especially if there's no cap now. And then you get nice cross shots. So we're still gonna be on the flank, but I'm gonna be here instead of here. Terminus going to the other side, that's good. That means we have a BB on both sides. That's very, very good. But keep these small things in mind. Like again, usually people will always go here both and then fight it out. Nose in or nose away, however you want it. Bow in. And we kind of want to prevent that. We kind of want to get the cross shots early on. Plus it also forces them to go into me, which means then these guys have torpedoes and also guns on them. We also do have a Novo. Actually, we do have kind of 2 BBs here because we have a Novosibirsk on our side, which has insane amount of pens, so it's pretty much a second BB. We gotta be a bit afraid of coming. It's a very dangerous opponent for us with all the torpedoes. Our Trump is also playing it fairly safe. Not a big fan of that. Oh, but we get our first crossfire. A perfect broadside-y Yoshino player. Couldn't have asked for anything better, to be honest. There's the Conqueror. There's also the Blücher. And we get nothing, GG. We made the Yoshino commit though. Since it's standard battle, we can also play it fairly defensive here. So don't worry. We also know that since we only have 2 BBs, we know there's only the Conqueror. There's no crossfire on me. And now we're gonna say hello to the Blücher. Now he has engine boost. He can potentially duke my shells. But he's fairly slow right now. So we still got the sit and we half HP him. We're gonna DCP the double fire here. Gonna go up with my spotter plane. I'm gonna try finish the Blücher now. With this island, we can be undetected while shooting. Which will also give us now a very nice surprise on the Conqueror. It does look like he's not aware of this. Oh, we're spotted. Elbing. Looking good on the Conqueror, the Salvador. Come on. Ah, too high. Now the Conqueror is a very juicy target for us to shoot because we can overmatch him pretty much. Just like with the French BB in my with the Jombard in my Yamato video, Conqueror is also a very easy target to punish for us because we can overmatch him on this entire armor layout pretty much. I think we can lob through this island, right? Yeah, we should be able to. Gotta watch out our potential Elbing torpedoes here. It's a standard battle, so you will see it's a bit more passively played. Nobody really wants to do a big mistake at the beginning. There's the Conqueror. Okay. Bro do be loving his HG, but that's fine. Gotta watch out, there's potentially DD here. I can't ping, unfortunately. I need to restart the game afterwards. But there's most likely a DD between me and Conqueror right now. As you can see, there's torpedoes as well. Here we're just gonna shoot the Conqueror right now. We're gonna get full pens. Those are Jäger torpedoes. Gotta DCP it, unfortunately. And I gotta make my way to the island here. Oh, there's the Jäger. Now we instantly gonna switch on the Jäger here. Oh, bit unlucky here. And we want to make it to this island here to be safe from more torpedo threats because it's not only Jäger there. There's more. Also, if the Elbing launches torpedoes at us. Why would you turn in? Oh my god, I predicted him to turn out. That's a bit annoying. But if the Elbing torpedoes us, we should be fine here as well. And he even reverse. Now I'll Z through it, unfortunately, here. I don't know why you would chase the Jäger. You could just go away and smoke up, but no. That's a bit unfortunate. Good. We still know all the positions of the DDs now. That's good. Our Tromp would need to play it a bit more aggressive. That would really help us here right now. And we're spotted by the Jäger again. Could also be Elbing reversing, to be honest. Conqueror opening up here is a very bad idea, to be honest. I don't know why you would do that. Super heal, yes or no, but I would have not opened up with a Conqueror here. Luckily he gets away with it. We're gonna go for one more salvo here before we go behind the island. Good, and we move forward. Enemy team is losing a fair few ships right now. We're gonna DCP this fire. Why? We usually should not DCP single fires, but there's no threat of us on us right now where we could get another fire or torpedo from. Elbing is not in the front, otherwise we would be spotted. I kind of want to see if the Blücher maybe goes in here. But he's not. Okay, we're gonna return our guns here. We really want to get that smash on the Conqueror, but we cannot get it at the moment, which is a bit sad. Those are Jägertorps. We're not detected, so we're safe from the Jäger. Here you can see, by the way, the really horrible turret traverse in action. But you can also see what I tried to achieve. We are in a perfect crossfire now to these two. Like, optimally you want to be closer. But the Jäger is kind of preventing us from us. And also what you can see here is sometimes you will notice it as well with Yamato. While you do have overall pretty like tight dispersions, the vertical dispersion on Japanese BBs can be very horrible from time to time. I can't ping, that's so annoying, man. Like I would... Look, I exactly pinged where the Jäger was. But I can't, because the game is bugged. I need to restart it. Not having that ping is very annoying. But yeah, we're gonna help against the DD here. Hopefully finish him off. Dispersion is pretty bad, but we got another hit. Nice. He launched all the torpedoes towards Tromp, so we can just push up. Gonna get my spotter plane up for the Conqueror here. And now we finally get the overmatch fun on the Conqueror. I don't expect citadels at these angles, but since he's covered in 32... Oh, the Novo just smashed him. I'm gonna get rest. Good, yeah. There we go. And with the Conqueror dead, now we can push. Also, if you ever have encountered this bug, restart the game so you can ping again. This is really annoying. Like, you could give so much more information with the pinging. But yeah, this was the time. Now the Conqueror is gone. The Tromp moves up. The Jäger is pretty low. Yoshino only left in Blücher. Now is the time where we're gonna try to break them here. We gotta be a bit aware of this lava crossfire, but we have a lot of islands here. Sometimes tabbing out fixes it. Didn't help me yet. Nope. Thank you for giving me a potential fix though. And there we go. Kremlin smashed them. We could have played it a bit more aggressive in this match, but I'm still fine with it. Let's see if we can smash the Yoshino here. Again, Yoshino, we can just overmatch in the entire ship pretty much. So even if we just land one hit, it's gonna be quite some damage. And we're just running it in at this point. The DDs are going for it as well. They are my Hydro right now. The Halland is my Hydro right now. Because he's just gonna spot potential Jägertorps on me. Not that I really care about it, because it's Jägertorps, they do no damage to me. But, just letting you know. That's also worth mentioning, I don't know if I said it in the Yamato video, but Yamato and Shikishima have insanely good torpedo belts. As long as you land the torps in the middle of your ship, it has a 56% torpedo damage reduction, I think, which is one of the best values in the game, if not the best. Blücher is also dead, unless he can accelerate this. He has a speed boost, so he's faster than other cruisers. But Kremlin got him, nice. And there we go. Second match, again, not that interesting. There's this lava crossfire, by the way, that I was warning about. But it's a win, and that's what matters. Also, we should have the Yoshino here unless we get really robbed. Now we get completely robbed. Man, it's crazy. But it's also a good example why on close range the Japanese BBs suck. You get suddenly so inconsistent volleys, it's crazy. Those are Jägertorps, you can ignore them. Actually, we slow down so you see how much damage they do. Here they do that. Did you see that? There was 2 torpedo hits and they did 10k damage. This one did 7.5, this one did like 2 point something. This one hit the non-saturated back that doesn't have a torpedo protection. So even if the Jäger lands a full volley on it, on me, I most likely have still more than half of my HP left. As long as he hits the torpedo belt, of course. Now the Yoshino beached their broadside on. We can go towards the Slava, saving our damage a bit. It's the vertical dispersion. Yeah, the vertical dispersion on Japanese ships sucks a lot from time to time. Even if you have this tight dispersion. Especially when you don't have the bonus on a dispersion at close range. You will really feel the sucky vertical dispersion of Japanese BBs, unfortunately. Now against the Slava, we're just gonna go in a kind of Pepega nose-in fight. Where I will have the advantage because I can just ignore his nose and he can't ignore mine. So, expect now a nose-in trading game the whole time. I'm not afraid that Yoshino can push me because he beached there. He will take some time. And now the nose-in fiesta begins. He's just gonna get molested by my guns. Meanwhile, he's switching to HE already because he knows. He knows he can't do really something with AP against me here. Oh, coming. We're of course gonna finish this fella. Oh, we don't see him anymore. That's unfortunate. Now I have to go. I have to go super close in to spot him myself. Did he shot? He just shot. Okay, good. He's gone. We're not gonna DCP the fire here yet, because there might be more torpedoes coming. That's one set. He can potentially launch with a reload booster another one at me. So I'm gonna let this burn until we know. Okay, at this point the torpedoes should be here. We can DCP. They're not coming anymore. And if they... no, they don't. Okay, just go full forward. He's the last one. You aim here. And again, we're just gonna shoot the nose now the whole time. And get every time like 10k damage. It's kind of crazy. I mean, in case of Slava, other BBs can overmatch it as well. But this is basically what you would do also against the Kremlin now. Or the Republic, Conqueror, whatsoever. You can just aim for the bow. And keep smashing them for this damage. And there's nothing they can really do about it.
Hello there.
And GG. There we got the second game over. Now this was a kind of a hard grind because we never really got the opportunities to smash completely somebody. They were also playing it fairly safe, which tends to happen a lot in standard battles. But I'm still kind of happy. We survived a lot. We got fireproofed. We got dreadnought. We got 2 kills. Still ending up first in the team. As you can see, nobody got over 2k base XP. This was really like a grind and a half. Looking at the detailed report, we damaged a fair few opponents here. I don't know why it says here we did only this amount of damage to Jaeger. Didn't we do more? I don't know. Anyway, maybe I was a different target. That was Shikishima for you. Again, pretty much plays identical to Yamato with minor differences. Hope you enjoyed this. I still did both of them because I know there's gonna be people looking at both of the videos. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and that's your Trendless out.